And the big news that's coming in after being quizzed for 8 hours by the Enforcement Directorate, Praphul Patel now leaves. He's been questioned by the ED for the last 8 hours in the aviation scam during the UPA government. He'd been summoned by the ED and now he was questioned for 8 hours today and now being summoned by the ED tomorrow as well. Praphul Patel, after having been quizzed for 8 hours today, now being summoned by the ED again tomorrow. We've got our colleague Shravan Sen joining us on the phone line for more details. Shravan, what are the details coming in? The ED's probed him for 8 hours today and as he's been called in again tomorrow. So the Enforcement Directorate questioned Praphul Patel today for 8 hours for his role in the alleged aviation scam during the UPA government. Praphul Patel, who was in charge of the Civil Aviation Ministry between 2004 and 2011. We've got my colleague Shravan Sen joining us on the phone line. Shravan, what are the details emerging out of the questioning today?
This is the first time that Praphul Patel has been called in for questioning by the Enforcement Directorate. He was in fact questioned for almost 8 hours. Now we're given to understand that he's been called in for questioning once again tomorrow. Essentially, as far as the probe is concerned, they're looking at former Civil Aviation Minister Praphul Patel's role as far as acquisition of 111 aircrafts are concerned. This at a time when Air India was actually suffering huge losses. Secondly, they're also looking at how profitable routes were taken away from Air India and given to other private airlines. This after his meetings with corporate lobbyist Deepak Talwar. In fact, they're also looking at 7 crucial emails that Republic Media Network had also accessed, which clearly indicated that there was a close relationship between corporate lobbyist Deepak Talwar and former Civil Aviation Minister Praphul Patel. So putting this in perspective, it's been an important day of questioning as far as the Enforcement Directorate is concerned. However, having said that, we're given to understand that the questioning will continue tomorrow because there are other aspects that the Enforcement Directorate essentially looking at. Because if you look at the charge sheet that has already been filed against Deepak Talwar, there is a mention of Praphul Patel in that particular charge sheet. They're also looking at whether at all there has been any quid pro quo as far as this entire case is concerned.
Right, Shravan. And as you said, Praphul Patel, who has been named in the recent charge sheet filed by the agency as a person known to corporate lobbies, Deepak Talwar, the accusations that have been levied also speak about awarding favorable air traffic rights to foreign airlines that caused losses to Air India. So this gets bigger as questioning Praphul Patel begins, and he's also been summoned tomorrow. So now this is just the beginning of it all. He's also been summoned tomorrow for questioning again.
Well, that's right, Sucharita. That would be a second day of questioning as far as the aviation scam is concerned, where Praphul Patel would be called in. Because remember, as far as former Civil Aviation Minister's role is concerned, all this while he's been maintaining that these decisions were not taken individually, but in fact this was a GUM that had taken the decision to basically procure aircraft. We're looking at aircraft that were being procured from Airbus that resulted in huge losses as far as Air India is concerned. Secondly, also as far as private airlines benefiting from certain routes that were initially given to Air India, that too, Praphul Patel has been maintaining that these were decisions that were not taken at his level only. This was a GUM decision that was actually taken. This has been what Praphul Patel has been maintaining all this while. In fact, when he was summoned, he said that he was being summoned because the agency wanted to understand the industry in itself. That is the reason why he was being called in for questioning. But that's not true, given the fact that there have been some serious allegations that have been leveled against the former Civil Aviation Minister. They're looking at links between Praphul Patel and corporate lobbyist Deepak Talwar. They're also looking at certain crucial evidence that they have got in this particular case vis-a-vis certain emails that were exchanged between Deepak Talwar and Praphul Patel, which only suggested that they had close links. And more importantly, there is circumstantial evidence perhaps to indicate that there was some amount of influence that was exerted as far as these agreements are concerned, agreements that are signed between India and other countries, and thereafterwards how private airlines essentially benefited from these agreements that were basically signed in. But there was an influence that was exerted by Deepak Talwar. Of course, the proximity between Deepak Talwar and Praphul Patel being questioned by the Enforcement Directorate at this stage.
Thank you so much, Shravan, for bringing in all that detail on board. So Praphul Patel being questioned by the Enforcement Directorate in the alleged aviation scam during the UPA government, and he's been called for questioning again tomorrow by the agency.